to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, which says a job gain in healthcare was partially offset by losses in federal government and in mining, quarrying, and oil and gas extraction. Experts thought we'd see somewhere in the neighborhood of 75,000 jobs. Community members gathered in a North Georgia school today to remember victims of a shooting that occurred a year ago. Fox's Evan Brown reports.
Teachers, police, parents, and friends gathered in Winder, Georgia, near Athens to commemorate a year since a then 14-year-old student at Appalachia High School allegedly shot 13 people, killing 2 children and 2 adults. William Phillip brought his daughter to what became a sizable crowd.
Well, I think it's great, and it always comes out where communities are strong in the wake of disaster.
Teenage suspect is charged as an adult and is still awaiting trial. His father is charged with murder, manslaughter, and child cruelty for purchasing the firearm used in the shooting as a gift for the son.
A conservative activist is calling the Pope to task for embracing left-wing political stances. Chad Groening has this story.
In the wake of the recent horrific shooting at a Catholic school in Minneapolis, the first U.S. Pope in history called for the, quote, pandemic of arms large and small to end during a weekly public prayer with crowds in St. Peter's Square. Pope Leo XIV also addressed the plague of mass shootings in the U.S. A native of Chicago, Leo spoke in English as he prayed for the victims of the shooting during a Catholic school mass in Minnesota, which saw 2 children killed and others seriously injured. Robert Knight is a columnist for the Washington Times.
Pope Leo, who is the first pope from America, has shown some love for tradition. After all, he says he's a White Sox fan. He came from Chicago. But he's now slipping into liberal politics, blaming guns for the killings in the Catholic Church in Minneapolis by the transgender man.
And Knight says Leo has also said he will continue outreach to the LGBTQ community.
Which is a strange way to talk about a movement based on what the Bible calls sin. You don't see him reaching out to the pornography community or the adultery community or the abortion community. No, just the LGBTQ community seems to have carved out an exemption in the Bible's value system. And I find that unfortunate.
I'm Chad Groening.
A new analysis from the Kaiser Family Foundation says median Obamacare premiums on the Affordable Care Act exchanges are expected to rise 18% next year. Some increases could reach as high as 30%. Twyla Brace of Citizens Council for Health Freedom.
Every year shows us how unaffordable the act really is. And it's not like it should be unexpected when you look at the law itself and when you look at the requirements and the regulations and the restrictions. It should be obvious that the Affordable Care Act was not going to be affordable. Nonetheless, I think it is a surprise to people when they see how unaffordable the Affordable Care Act is. And this year's the study that came out of Kaiser Foundation shows such enormous increases expected in healthcare premiums due to the Affordable Care Act that I think people will it'll just be a shock because, of course, nobody's income, nobody's wages are increasing 20, 25, 30, or even 18 or 10%. But yet the expectation that the premiums are going to rise somewhere between 9% and 30% in 2026 is something that the American population isn't going to get beyond because they have no choice.
There have been multiple attempts to get rid of Obamacare, but it's never worked. In final news, the NFL season kicked off last night with Philadelphia's win over Dallas. But more people are talking about the start of the game than they are the end of the game. That's because Jalen Carter of the Eagles spit on Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott and was ejected. Find more news on AFN.net. Thanks for listening.
In their first book together, Dr. Alex McFarland and Pastor Bert Harper answered 100 Bible questions, and the questions have kept on coming. Now, in 100 Bible Questions and Answers for Families, Alex and Bert equip readers to understand what Scripture really says about God and life. They help to strengthen and grow your relationship with Christ, and the book can help you support and defend biblical truth. 100 Bible Questions and Answers for Families, available now at resources.afa.net.
This is Trivia Friday. The number to call with your question or your answer to a question is 888-589-8840.
You're talking theater or movies, folks.
That's my wheelhouse.
That's right.
So I sold one of my kidneys, and we
Yeah.
bought us tickets right behind home plate. It's worth it.
Under normal circumstances.
Under normal circumstances.
Bingo. Old dog can learn to
You're
drive.
right back in it, Tim.
Thank you. Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Trivia Friday here on American Family Radio. Thanks for listening to AFR. And I'm Tim Wildmon with Ed Battagliano. Good morning, Ed.
Good morning, Tim.
And JJ Jasper.
Great to be here, and I got a little thought for today.
Okay, a little thought of inspiration.
Your future doctor is using Chat GPT to pass med school. So you better start exercising and eating healthy.
Right. Chat
GPT.
GPT.
A lot of people using that now.
And that was quite a car there in the mid '70s.
The Chat GPT.
Yeah.
You know, it had a short run.
That's it.
But about a 3-year span there.
Had that real the hatchback,
Right.
real kind of cut
Right.
off.
Little
feel.
spoiler, and it'd go from 0 to 60. They would tell you how
The
fast.
GTP and the
Yes.
Subaru, they were kind of neck and neck there for a while.
It
Whatever
went from
happened
0
to
to
Subaru?
60 in about 2
Subaru's
weeks.
still
I think.
around. I got a trivia Subaru question for you.
Oh, do you really?
Yes, sir.
For the show, or-
No, not for the show.
Okay.
It's like the number one car in Alaska. And here's why. My wife lived in Alaska for 2 years. It's all-wheel drive. And so, a lot of slipping and sliding going on in Alaska. And so the Subaru, they get that because it's all-wheel drive. It's almost like it's four-wheel drive always. And it's just a perfect car for that environment. So you see them only a few here and there. Very reliable car, but just not like Chevy or Ford as far as popularity. But in Alaska, everybody has one.
Paul Simon sang about that.
He did. He sure did.
About what?
On that album, The Far Side of the Moon and The Far Side of Alaska, you can driving along in your Subaru.
Didn't he sing about subsiding away?
Oh, sliding away.
Okay.
I see.
Yeah.
All right.
I thought you meant drive your Subaru to the levee.
Yeah, there's an 18-second delay with your brain right now, I think. All right, Trivia Friday it is on American Family Radio. What are we doing here, Ed? Lay it out for us here.
I don't really want to characterize what we've been doing for the last 3 minutes, but I will talk about what we did for the show, what we do here for the show.
All right, that's what I'm asking.
Okay, all right. So we are professors of this university because Trivia Friday is also known as
Learning University.
I waited till JJ got a mouthful of coffee before I asked that. And so we three professors will ask 3 questions each to the students who are listening. That's you, folks. And then we invite you to call in and answer. And if you've got a question, ask us a trivia question. Here's the number to do that, 888-589-8840. I'll repeat that number in a second.
Repeat it.
If you have been on the air with us in the last 2 months, last 8 weeks, we ask you to wait a week. Let other folks get an opportunity to call and get on the air with us. You have to be 11 years old or older to do this, okay? And then the number to call is 888-589-8840. So 3 of us, 3 questions each. That's 9 total questions. JJ, there's something special about one of those questions.
Like you said, 3 questions each out of these original 9 questions. One is a mystery question. You don't know which one it is, but if you happen to land on it and answer it correctly, you're going to hear this sound.
Beloved cowbell.
Beloved
Time for them
cowbell.
cowbells to start ringing.
And that means you're going to win yourself a really nice AFR cap. These really are good-looking caps. If you don't happen to win one, you can go to our store. You can get a cap, a T-shirt, a lot of different books and things, great resources, really good prices, and it helps the ministry.
Resources.afa.net, resources.afa.net. You can take a look at the hat kind of up close-up picture. Buy one of those. There's all kinds of other products to help you in your walk for the Lord and to learn some things because, Tim, that's what we do here. We teach.
That's right.
All about
Teach
some
folks.
learning.
Education. All right, so go ahead, Ed. What do you got?
All right, here are my 3 questions. First question. Who was the last czar to rule Russia? This comes before the communist revolution there. Who was the last czar to rule Russia? Second question. This one's a little bit easy. What are the imaginary horizontal and vertical lines around the Earth called? What are the imaginary horizontal and vertical lines around the Earth called? And then third question, this is a multiple choice. What is a double helix? Is it a 1960s cartoon titled Helix the Cat? Is it the shape?
Did you come up with these?
Yeah, I did.
What?
Pretty good.
What channel were you
pretty good.
watching? Because we didn't watch PBS when I was a kid.
Well, I saw you guys have just given
I
away the
just know
fact that
that-
that's not the answer.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
go ahead.
the
Sorry.
cat.
I think
sorry.
everybody knows
Go.
Helix the cat, had a drug problem. And
Not that I'm laughing at drug
well,
problems.
no, but that's why he never made it.
Well,
But anyway, go
Hey,
ahead.
I missed
I
the
don't
whole.
want
I
to give it
missed.
away.
Yeah, start the question.
Go ahead. Yeah,
over,
All right.
please start over.
what is a double helix, folks?
Yeah, double.
Multiple choice. Is it a 1960s cartoon titled Helix the Cat? Is it the shape of human DNA? Is it a nickname for dual exhausts on a car? Or none of the above?
Okay.
All right, that's all I've got for questions.
So my daughter, Sadie Morgan, 16, 17 years old, driving a convertible Mustang. Her birthday was coming up. Dad, I'm real sheepish. I just don't know how to bring this up. I don't know how to ask. You say, what do we want for our birthday? I'm like, oh, what's going on here?
Yeah.
She said, can I get sport mufflers? I just drew a blank on what just exhaust.
The dual exhaust.
Yeah, but with the glass packs.
Okay.
Can I get some glass packs for
Those
my
loud, annoying,
Yes.
drive you crazy, want to go kill somebody?
Absolutely. And I said, after I wiped the tear from my eye, I said, you're a girl after Daddy's own heart. To get some glass packs for your Mustang, absolutely. Let's go.
So you did it?
Absolutely. Yeah. You every once in a while, you want to see one of your kids in camo and carrying a firearm, driving a vehicle that's loud and obnoxious. Sure.
I always ask the question, what if everybody does that?
You mean, wait, jumping off a cliff? Because I think you talked to my dad. He used that
If
same
everybody had those loud,
Yes.
then
Yes.
Okay, can I just?
But if you
before
got
we
a
go further-
Camaro or the just right truck or a convertible Mustang, you have to have a little bit of a throaty growl.
All right, so I
Forward.
got just one little thing here because you were talking about how you got to see your kids or what in my case grandkids. There's certain things you say. Oh, I hope one of my grandkids. So the fourth grandkid, Noble, he's just not even 2 years old, but he was trying to tell us we were over there. I think it was for my birthday. We were over there, and he wanted to watch something on TV, and he kept saying hockey. And I was thinking, oh my goodness, one of my grandkids down there in the South is going to want to watch hockey. And so I got my phone out and we got it on the TV, got YouTube, and I put my favorite team, the Bruins, on. And then he started going, no. And I could not understand. None of us could understand what he was wanting to watch. I thought he wanted to watch hockey. This is, one of the best moments of my life. And then he finally started trying to explain, and we finally understood he was talking chocolate. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is what he was trying to say, but he mispronounced it.
Chocolate hockey.
Chalky.
Or maybe you wanted a hot pocket.
For a 2-year-old.
So I said, oh, man, I thought you wanted to watch
Sorry
hockey.
about that.
Yeah.
Wait, it's not too late, though.
You have questions?
Yes, here's what I've got. First question. In which book of the Bible will you find these verses? My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, and also they have sown the wind, and they will reap the whirlwind. Those verses are both in which book? Second question, Pearl Harbor is located on which Hawaiian island? Pearl Harbor is located on which Hawaiian island? Third question, true or false, the traffic lights in Hershey, Pennsylvania are shaped like Hershey's Kisses. Is that true or false?
I hope that's true.
The traffic lights in Hershey, Pennsylvania are shaped like Hershey's Kisses, true or false?
I've been there and I know the answer to that.
All right.
All right, so my questions are as follows, and this was a question I came up with on my own. I didn't get it.
So you're sharing your heart.
Wait,
sharing
you
my
mean
heart.
Chat GPT has been doing your questions all this time?
This is just something I came up with. Okay, so without looking at the calendar, that's important here. Without looking at the calendar, which months have 31 days? Okay.
Good question.
Without looking at
now,
the
you've
calendar.
already helped us because you said months plural.
Yep. Yeah, there's more than one.
I wouldn't be able to do that.
If you don't know
could
that,
you do that?
If you don't know that,
I'd have to go through in my mind. I'd have to go through the months. I could do it, but
that won't take very long. There are just 12.
that's what I want people to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Without looking.
Right. Without looking at the calendar, which months have 31 days? Number 2, what line does Dorothy use in The Wizard of Oz to get back to Kansas? All right.
I think it's You Looking at Me. Isn't that it?
I think that's the wrong movie, Ed. All right, and the wrong tone of voice. So my third question, from the world of science, which I'm pretty good at.
Oh, yes.
Actually.
We know.
Okay. Which gas is most abundant in the Earth's atmosphere? Which gas is most abundant in the Earth's atmosphere? That is my third question. Let's go to the phones, Ed.
All right, let's go to Texas, and John is on the line. John, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Well, good morning, good professors. This is John from formerly of Cut and Shoot. Remember me?
Yeah, we do.
Sure do.
How can we forget?
Howdy.
Yeah. Well, I need to change. I need to change my handle because I live in Tyler, Texas now, and
Yeah.
I think I'll call myself Rose City John because the Tyler Rose has already been taken.
Okay.
Yeah. So what?
You think it's important that you have a handle?
I think so.
Do you know how many Johns there are in Texas?
Is this your trivia question?
Now, John, I
Not
don't want to
really.
be a bearer of bad news, but you and 4 other people are the only ones using a CB now. We phased that out. We phased that and waterbeds kind of all out right at the same time there in the early 80s, so you don't really have to have a handle. You might want to get something for Instagram.
Yeah.
Hey, John.
Okay, well, I
Hey.
just yeah.
John, you want to ask, answer, or do both, brother?
I'd love to do both.
All right, which one do you want to try to answer?
I'll answer Ed's third question.
Okay,
About
about
a helix.
the double helix. All right, what is a double helix? It's a multiple choice. Is it a 1960s cartoon titled Helix the Cat?
Mm-hmm.
Is it the shape of human DNA? Is it a nickname for dual exhausts on a car, or none of the above?
I'll choose DNA.
Yes, that is
Way to
correct.
start us out,
It is
John.
the shape of DNA.
It's that twisty thing that you see there when
That's right.
they give you your results back.
It's also like in the Olympics for it's a particular dive.
That would have been a
Oh,
good
For a
option.
dive, it's a
Our gymnastics routine
a double
on the floor.
helix.
Double
Oh,
helix.
man.
you do a double helix.
Yes.
You know
That's
what?
good. That's
Yeah.
good. I should have had that as number.
Who is that
Hit
guy
number
that
4.
called all those fights, the Ali fights? Do a double helix in his
Oh.
voice. I know.
I
you
would
can't.
go
That-
south.
that-
I
That's
would
who I'm
go
talking.
south.
Out on the gymnastics floor attempting a double helix.
A double helix. Yeah, Muhammad Ali.
All right, John, what do you got for us, my friend?
Okay, first off, I have a suggestion for all your listeners that hopefully could help out. Some of them call in sometimes and say, I don't have a question for you.
Right.
If they would, like on my phone, when I come up with a trivia, I put it in the notes in my phone, and I've got dozens. So
Wow.
maybe that'll help some of your listeners out. Okay, so here's one. Now, this is a little bit, and I got a comment to make after it. So please bear with me. I think you'll find it fascinating. Who said the following in the late 1890s or early 1900s? Here's what he said. Since my life as a prisoner has begun, I have heard the teachings of the white man's religion, and in many respects believe it to be better than the religion of my fathers, believing that in a wise way it is good to go to church and that associating with Christians would improve my character. I have adopted the Christian religion. I believe that the church has helped me much during the short time I have been a member. I am not ashamed to be a Christian. I am glad to know that the President of the United States is a Christian, for without the help of the Almighty, I do not think he could rightly judge in ruling so many people. I have advised all of my people who are not Christians to study that religion because it seems to me the best religion in enabling one to live right. So who said that?
I'm going to say Sitting
Can you
Bull.
repeat that?
No.
Oh, no? Huh?
No, don't do that.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I'm going to say Sitting Bull.
It was long, but I think we get the idea. The only one I can think of is Sitting Bull.
I'm going to say Squatting Horse. Wasn't there there was a Sitting Bull?
Sitting Bull.
There's no Squatting Horse.
All right, what about
a
John?
Pocahontas, maybe? Was it a male or was it a chief?
I think it's chief.
Yeah.
All right.
John, what's the answer?
For the women's movement, the Indian.
Geronimo.
Geronimo said that. Wow.
All
As
right.
he was diving off the cliff.
or the high dive at the pool.
I got the story on Geronimo why that happened.
Thank you, John. Appreciate it, brother.
So the troops, they were doing their jump, and they had just watched a movie about Geronimo, and this everybody's talking about how scared everybody's going to be jumping out of the airplane. And one guy said, "I'm not. Yeah, your knees are going to be knocking all the way down." He said, "No, to prove how much composure I have, I'm going to yell Geronimo when I jump out of that airplane, and people on the ground are going to be able to hear it." And he did it. He just said, "Geronimo." And that was like World War I or World War II, and it has stuck to this day. And that's just some buddies watching a Geronimo movie.
Is that true?
100%. 100%.
True?
Yeah, 100% true. And he yelled Geronimo, and the people on the ground could hear it. And
it has to be World War II because that's when we had the first paratroopers.
Right. So it was a World War II thing that stuck. Isn't that amazing how some offhanded thing sticks for all those years, and people today don't even know why they're saying
where you got Geronimo from?
Into the pool, they say Geronimo.
That's right, off the high dive.
Tim, Ed, and JJ here. You're listening to American Family Radio's Trivia Friday. Thanks to John there, and that was a very good quote he gave us from John. I'd never heard that before.
Me either. I certainly agree with Geronimo.
Yeah.
Amen. Hey, there's your hashtag.
Amen.
I agree
Back
with
to
Geronimo.
the phones, Ed.
All right, let's go to Kansas, and Brad is on the line. Brad, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Yeah, it's been over 2 years since I've been on here.
All right, you made it back.
Yeah,
Welcome back.
I got cut off the last 2 times.
You got cut
anyway.
off.
Third time's the charm, Brad. You
I
can read
guess
that in the
so.
message Bible. Hey, ask,
right.
answer, or do both.
Well, I'm going to ask and answer, but I'm also going to clear something up for about like 5 or 6 weeks ago on today's issues. You guys didn't have the answer.
Okay.
Just a quick one. You guys brought up a phrase called, or that goes by, "I do declare," and you couldn't figure out who it was that said it.
I do declare.
Who was it?
Yeah, I remember
I
talking.
don't.
I rember talking about that. It was on today's issues.
I don't remember what I had for breakfast.
All right,
Yeah.
All right, what's the answer, Brad?
Okay, well, since national security is involved here, I'll just hurry up and say it. Anyway, it come from none other than I say Foghorn Leghorn.
Oh yeah,
That's
I do declare.
That's one of Tim's favorite
I
characters.
say, son.
I do declare.
You ain't no
I
chicken.
thought it might be Gone with the Wind or
I
something.
say, son, you ain't no chicken hawk.
All right, Brad, which one of these questions you want to answer?
The Bible question.
I declare. Here's what it is. In which book of the Bible will you find these verses? Both these verses are in the same book. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
And then the other one is they have sown the wind and they shall reap the
whirlwind.
That's not a politician saying that.
That's
That's
a famous
right.
quote from Chuck Schumer.
That's right. Which book of the Bible?
I believe that's in Hosea.
That's in Hosea. Nicely done. Hosea 4:6a and Hosea 8:7a, the first part of both of those verses. So many things that people, even politicians, throw around. They don't realize
going to reap that whirlwind.
Quoting the Bible. What's your question for us, Brad?
Well, we're going to keep it in the theology. So y'all have heard the little saying that it's not in the Bible, but the saying is all paths lead to God.
Yes.
You've heard that, right?
It's the verse right under cleanliness is next to godliness. And a penny saved is a penny earned.
And God helps those who help themselves.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
Now, so the question is that true? Now, if you know your Bible, you'll get this right.
Okay, what's the question?
So the question is, all paths lead to God. Is that true?
Is that true?
No, absolutely not.
Oh my goodness! None of you know your Bible.
No, you're thinking.
I know. I didn't answer.
Yeah, Tim's waiting.
I withheld my opinion there. I was contemplating,
Okay.
but JJ and Ed decided to go out there and answer for all of us.
I think JJ and I can defend our answer.
Okay, go ahead, Brad.
All right, I have to explain this one now. After the rapture happens, the 7 years, then the 1,000 years millennial reign, and then Earth is done, or a new Earth, and all that good stuff. Okay, we've already been judged, so Christians are not going to be judged at the thing called the white throne judgment. So who's sitting on the white throne judgment? God himself. So all the evil people who refuse salvation are going to be standing before God. So their path led them to God.
You know, you got to be standing on one foot, standing in the only corner of your house where you get enough bars, and squint. And on that one foot, you got to be tiptoeing to come to that conclusion. Hey, buddy. Thank you, Brad.
I will say this, Brad. That is a good effort, and it's and in a manner of what do you say? A manner of thinking. A manner of speaking. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I can see your point. A point well made. Everyone's going to wind up before God at some point. Good on you, sir. Thank you, Brad.
All right. I know it's a minute or two early, but instead of going to the phones, we'll take our break.
Can I make mention? 2 weeks, I'm going to be in Alexandria, Louisiana. It's Thursday evening, September the 18th at the Randolph Riverfront Center. It's a ticketed event. You have to get a ticket today. Kim, the executive director, they have 800 to 1,000 people there for caterers reasons.
What is it for?
It's a pregnancy resource center. SINLA Pregnancy Center, Alexandria, Louisiana. You have to buy a ticket today if you plan to attend.
So 2 weeks
You're
from
invited.
yesterday. 2 weeks from yesterday.
Yes. And
sounds wonderful. What's the name of the place again?
SINLA Pregnancy Center.
The
Randolph Riverfront Center.
Wow.
So you can't just show up. It's a ticketed event.
Right.
And hey, you can go to JJ Jasper Official. I've got the flyer right there with all the info.
Good.
We'll be back in a minute. Stay with us.
It's my turn.
Here is your host for My Turn, Don Wildmon.
Let me tell you a story. It's the story of Old Joe. Old Joe was one of those fellows who didn't like to be pushed around. He was just tired of paying taxes, didn't like the way the government was being run, and in general had it with anything that smacked of authority. In fact, old Joe didn't even like to pull over for emergency vehicles. He felt that they just used their sirens to get through traffic about 99% of the time. Well, one afternoon, old Joe was driving through some heavy traffic when an ambulance pulled up behind him. Its siren was blowing loud and clear. Old Joe looked in his mirror and saw the ambulance coming up his lane. Since there was heavy traffic, old Joe knew that the ambulance couldn't get through unless he pulled over. Very shortly, the ambulance was on old Joe's bumper. Inside himself, he was wondering if he should pull over to let the vehicle pass. Then a brilliant idea flashed in old Joe's mind. Now was the time to get even with those people who drive ambulances. Old Joe made the decision that he would stay in his lane and keep that ambulance from passing. He laughed inside himself because the opportunity had presented itself. The ambulance kept its siren going at full blast. But old Joe, determined to get even, just kept driving his leisurely, slow pace. In fact, he even slowed down a little. The ambulance driver began to blow his horn and motion for old Joe to move over. But old Joe did exactly what he wanted to do. He didn't move over. and he didn't pay any attention to the ambulance driver. He simply acted as if he didn't hear the siren. Well, for quite a distance, old Joe kept that ambulance from passing. He managed to get his car in position several times at key locations to make sure that the ambulance couldn't pass. Following several minutes of keeping the ambulance behind him, old Joe soon approached the street which led to his house. He was tempted not to turn, just to keep the emergency vehicle behind him for a longer time. But when he got to the street that led to his house, he decided that he had had enough fun and turned. While making his turn, he was thinking that he had showed them. He'd gotten even, and he wasn't going to be pushed around anymore. But when he turned, the ambulance turned also. This pleased old Joe tremendously, because he could still keep it from passing for a few more houses. Well, when he got to his house, old Joe gave his signal and turned into his driveway. But, much to his surprise, the ambulance turned into his driveway also. He'd seen the anger on the ambulance driver's face, and old Joe figured that the driver had followed him to fight. So old Joe jumped out of his car, ran to the ambulance, jerked open the driver's door, and started fighting. By the time the other attendant and some of the neighbors could get things under control, old Joe's wife was at the door shouting, "Where have you been with that ambulance? You should have been here 10 minutes ago. Little Joe is barely breathing." Well, they finally got little Joe to the hospital. The doctor said if they had been there 10 minutes earlier, he might have lived. Old Joe, he got even all right, but in getting even, he lost. Life usually works that way. Now, is this a true story? The incident could be. The moral it teaches is.
This has been My Turn with Don Wildmon, a production of the American Family Association.
Jesus said, "Let the little children come to me, and do not hinder them, for the kingdom of heaven belongs to such as these." Matthew 19:14.
American Family Radio.
Scooby, Scooby-Doo, looking for you. Scooby, Scooby-Doo, where are you? All the stars are here, waiting for you. Couldn't have a show without you.
Scooby-Doo never got the credit
Rot row
that he deserved.
Oh, talk about that. Helix the cat. You never hear anything about Helix.
Yeah, it's some of these animated characters.
Yeah.
Who added so much to the American experience.
Wait, and they're not in the animated character Hall of Fame.
They don't even get like Scooby-Doo.
Now, do you guys seriously? Do you guys not remember Felix the cat?
I think I've heard of it.
I do. Yeah.
Felix the cat.
Felix the cat.
It was a little play on words.
I must have been watching whatever was on the other channel.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I've heard of it, but I don't think I ever saw it.
Felix the cat with his
that was a cartoon. It was a cartoon strip, wasn't it? Like
no, it was a cartoon. Oh, no, I think it was a cartoon strip. It was both.
All right, repeat our questions quickly, fellas, and then back to the phone.
All right, I'll have to add one.
Add one, Ed.
First question, who was the last czar to rule Russia? This is right before the Communist Revolution. Question number 2, what are the imaginary horizontal and vertical lines around the Earth called? That's pretty easy, folks. You should get that.
Unicorns.
There's the deal. You got an old boy sitting out there in the woods eating the wrong kind of mushrooms. He's going to have some imaginary horizontal and vertical lines going through his mind. It's just a matter of time when that's going to happen if he's sitting on a stump making wrong decisions.
And I'm going to add a czar question.
You add a czar question.
I'm adding.
You mean like the border czar that we are so proud of?
Well, this will go to that. This is going to explain a lot. The Russian word czar comes from what Latin word meaning emperor?
Oh.
The word czar means emperor, but it comes from a Latin word, which also means emperor. So what is that word? But it does go to show you that when chief executives, the president, appoint this czar or that czar, They're basically appointing an emperor. At least that's what the word means.
Wow. Here's what I've got. First question. Pearl Harbor is located on which Hawaiian island? Pearl Harbor is located on which Hawaiian island? Second question. This is true or false. The traffic lights in Hershey, Pennsylvania are shaped like Hershey's Kisses. Is that true or false?
I want that to be true.
And then I'm going to add one. How many, you guys know about the Appalachian Trail, correct?
Sure.
How many, this is multiple choice, how many U.S. states does the Appalachian Trail run through? A, 7, B, 11, or C, 14? Appalachian Trail, starting around Georgia.
Say that word again.
I'm struggling with it. Appalachian.
You're an Appalachian American.
I know it, and I get a check. I'm modest about it, but I get a check every month because of being an Appalachian American. No, how many states does the Appalachian Trail run through? 7, 11, or 14?
Without looking at your calendar, folks, don't look at your calendar, but tell me, one of my questions, my first question is, which months have 31 days? All right. Second question, what line does Dorothy use in The Wizard of Oz to get back to Kansas? Got that?
Got it.
Third question, from the world of science, which I'm
very good at.
I try to be modest about my knowledge.
That was your thesis, wasn't it?
Huh?
It had to do with science, your thesis?
All I know is that when I was in college, my science class was called science. That's how basic it was.
Yeah. Here's which gas is most abundant in the Earth's atmosphere? That's what I want to know. The Earth's atmosphere.
Yeah.
Which gas is the most abundant? And it's not diesel.
There's the deal. If you're in a helicopter hovering over a cattle ranch, it's going to be a little different answer than the one you're looking for.
Yeah, I'd hope not to go there, but evidently the old Kentucky boy decided I go straight for that one.
Well, you know how those Appalachian boys are.
Is it Appalachian or Appalachian?
I go straight for the cattle method.
I don't even know how to say Missouri or Missouri. I never even got that straight. Or
I grew up in New England. We pronounce it Appalachian. That doesn't mean that's the way they pronounce it everywhere.
What do you say, Tim? Because I'll fix that problem right now.
Appalachia? Am I wrong?
Appalachia.
Yeah, I think that's it. That's in certain parts of the area.
Where there's more gas than other places.
You get off the trail some places. It's Appalachia.
Appalachia.
Yeah, let's go back.
And let me just say this. Wherever you are, you don't disagree with the people there when they pronounce it one way. You don't say, that's dumb, because you'll wind up.
Well, you know the old saying, when in Appalachia.
Do what the Appalachians do.
Back to the
so
bones.
Nevada, how do you guys pronounce that?
Nevada.
Not Nevada?
Just like you did.
Okay, then we've got this settled too.
We're in agreement.
We're learning people's stuff.
All right, we go to Alabama, and Larry the Cable Guy is on the line. Welcome to Trivia Friday. I probably should have said that. He's kind of crude or something, isn't he? Okay. Sorry. Sorry, folks.
I'm not the cable guy, but
right.
I'm a long-time listener, and I've been on your show several times, and I've been a little busy lately on Fridays. I've been listening, but I hadn't been able to participate, so it's good to be back with you guys.
Well, you're my favorite Larry now.
Well, Larry, you got me curious. What have you been busy doing? I'm a little bit nosy.
Well, I hate to say that because my wife might get jealous.
Yeah.
Well, let's just.
I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
Hey,
I'm kidding.
Ask, answer, or do both.
I'll do both.
Which one you want to answer?
I'm going to try the 31-day month.
Well, you didn't look at the calendar, did you, Larry?
No, sir. And
right.
I can tell you a sure way
to remember it.
To do this.
All right.
Yes, sir.
What's
here's my question. Without looking at the calendar, which months have 31 days? Go.
January, March, May, July, August, October, December.
There you go.
That many?
You got them all.
Now, he knows this little ditty that he's going to help us. Do the thing, Larry, so we'll know that little rhyming thing.
Okay, make a fist and touch your knuckle, that's that's January. That's a 31-day month. Then touch in between your knuckles.
Down in the valley.
That is right. Then go to the other knuckle. It'll be another 31 day. And then in between your knuckles will be less. Then back on top of the knuckle is the 31 day.
I had this little finger broken, so I wound up with a leap year doing that.
So, Larry, where'd you learn this? Where'd you learn this?
Believe it or not, I was probably about 7 or 8 years old in elementary school, and we got great teachers here, or we did, and they're just wonderful people. And they taught us little things like that, just fun things.
Well, see, I've heard a little rhyme. I thought he was going to do that little rhyme. January has so-and-so.
Yeah, I've heard the rhyme before, but I can't keep that in my head.
Now it's a rap, so you got to have a lot of bass to really make it memorable.
All right, bring on your question for us, Larry.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Name the Dallas Cowboys defensive end who took the 1979
Ed Too Tall Martin
season off to pursue a pro boxing career and then returned the very next year in 1980.
Ed Too Tall Martin.
Wow. Too Tall Jones.
You're amazing.
Too Tall Jones?
I think Ed Too Tall Jones.
Yeah, there was a Martin on there, too. You're right. I think you're right, Ed. It's Ed Too Tall Jones.
Is that the answer?
Yes, sir. You got it.
Tim, you got us going in the right direction and good assist there.
There was a Harvey Martin or something who also played on the Cowboys.
Wasn't that Mr. and Miss Martin's boy?
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
He was real good with the nickel.
With taking his fist and be able to know how many.
With the knuckle riddles.
Hey, Larry, that
Thanks,
was
Larry.
excellent little clue thing for.
Say hello to your other brother, Larry.
Oh, man.
All right. That was Larry. Back to the phones, Ed.
All right, let's go to Florida.
Yeah.
We don't get many calls from Florida. Shannon is on the line. Shannon, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Thank you so much. Good to be here.
Hey, Shannon, welcome. Where do you live in Florida?
Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah,
okay, wonderful.
Got a nice station there.
Yeah, absolutely. What is you want to ask, answer, or both?
I want to do both.
Okay, which one you want to answer?
I'd like to answer the one about the imaginary lines.
All right, here you go, Shannon. What are the imaginary horizontal and vertical lines around the Earth called?
Latitude and longitude.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right, now.
Okay, my question for you, and before you ask that one.
Okay.
You and Shannon, Ed.
Yeah.
How do you know they're imaginary?
Well,
huh?
Well,
you neither deny nor confirm.
I've never seen them.
That's what I'm saying. That doesn't mean they don't exist.
That is true.
Because you never seen the wind either.
It
exists.
That is
Am I
true.
right?
No, you're right. Absolutely right. All right, Shannon, for a hat, for an AFR ball cap, which one's which? You said longitude and latitude. Which one's horizontal? Which one's vertical?
Horizontal is latitude and vertical is longitude.
That is correct.
Wow, you're on fire, girl.
And so we're going to send you an AFR ball cap, and hope you enjoy. Do you wear ball caps?
She is now.
I do, actually.
Good.
Okay.
Hey, this really is a good-looking cap.
It is. Good-looking cap. And I know you got a question for us, but Shannon, when you're through on the air, don't hang up. We'll put you on hold. Cindy Roberts will get you information, and we'll get you a hat in the mail. How's that?
Great. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Sacagawea said to tell you hello.
Sacagawea.
Man, Shannon goes way back.
Yes. That's old
How long
school.
you been listening, Shannon? Like 10 years or more?
Longer
Yeah,
than that.
since 2012.
Wow.
2012. That was Sacagawea. That was across the street in the
old
we
building.
had the video studio we
For
were
those
on.
who don't know what you're talking about our studios that used to exist
Yes.
across the street.
Right.
This goes way back.
Yeah. Hey, Shannon, what's your question for us?
Okay, I got my master's degree in Gainesville, Florida, home of the Gators.
Yep, Florida Gators, right there.
What is the original name of Gainesville?
The original name of Gainesville, Florida.
I wonder if it's an Indian name because you got so much of Native American presence there.
Where?
In Florida.
Yeah.
Hey, we don't know. You're going to have to. Let's take another sip of
give me a
Gatorade
hint.
while we're thinking about it.
A Gatorade was invented.
I know it, right there on the campus.
Yeah.
So give us a hint. Can you give us a hint, Shannon?
It's an animal, sort of.
Yeah, like
What is it?
an imaginary animal.
Oh, Platypusville. That's right.
Platypusville.
And that was
that
was in It's a Wonderful Life too. Remember that town?
I bet that boat didn't take long to change. Who's in favor of changing the name of our town? Raise your hand.
Yeah, because nobody can spell it. All right.
Platypusville.
She better tell us.
Yeah, when I tell you, you'll know why they
All right,
changed
go.
it.
Okay.
Hogtown.
Hogtown.
Yeah.
Hogtown.
Change the name.
So
That was
I'm
in,
guessing it was a lot of butchering and
a lot of pig farmers.
A lot of pig farmers.
Yeah.
Wow, Hogtown. Yeah.
Hey, make sure and stay on the line, Shannon, so we can get your address and send you that cap.
Amen.
Congratulations. I got a crazy, bizarre Jacksonville, Florida story.
Oh, I'm shocked.
I think I can tell it quickly. So I'd
be shocked at that too.
I was traveling I was a roadie, but he called me his road manager, Randy Cutlip, formerly with Three Dog Night. He was best friends with Leon Wilkerson, the bass player for the Leonard Skinner Band.
Wow.
And he had come to faith in Christ. We were traveling. We were getting near Jacksonville. He said, let's stop in Jacksonville and say hi to my buddy. True story. We pull in, knock on the door. They open the door. Leon Wilkerson, bass player for Leonard Skinner, one of the few survivors from that crash. Yeah. He said, come on in. There's a room full of people in there. And he was just making the transition from being wild and crazy to being a believer. And everybody was making a lot of wrong decisions. He said, hey, Randy, say hi to some guys. There's the lead singer for Boston. There's so-and-so with the Eagles. And I wish I'd remembered all these top-tier marquee band people. Then he said, hey, they're in here doing a lot of stuff that you guys aren't comfortable with. And he threw us his keys of his brand new Porsche. And he said, just go get something to eat and I'll catch up with you later. We're going down the road in this brand new Porsche and we can't find the lights. And it's getting dark. And we run through a stop sign, get pulled over by the police. And he says, this is not my car. I'm trying to find the lights. Whose car is it? It's Leon Wilkerson's. Police officer said, go ahead. Just go on. Because I guess they know he must have done a lot of charity things or they knew how famous he was. But that's an honest-to-goodness true story.
Two-tier justice system.
That's the moral of the story. I was going to get there. Thank you for connecting the dots. But I told that came up the other day when I was telling that story to my kids. They said, Dad, you tell us the same story about walking across the parking lot and the snow cone falling off. You tell us that story 50 times, and you're just now telling us this story?
I've never heard this story.
Yeah, true story.
Yeah. Wow.
I can't wait to get to the nursing home and start telling the same stories
that you
over and over.
Say, though, you were going to cross the parking lot with a snow cone.
And it falls off and flops in the parking lot.
You tell us that 50 times. That sounds like my house.
10 years from now, you're going to tell it 10 times a day. Tell the same
While
story.
you're waiting for your tapioca pudding.
Yeah.
At the nursing home.
But isn't that a crazy story with a lot of different twists and turns?
Yeah, good grief. Two-tier justice system. Is that what you got out of that story? All right, let's go to Louisiana. And Al is on the phone. Al,
You can call
welcome.
me.
Huh?
You can call me. Al.
I can call you Al.
You know it's a song reference. He knows the lyrics of every single 70s and 80s song.
I don't know what you're talking about. Al, from Florida, from Louisiana. Hang on just a second, my brother. What is that? What song is that? Al, you can call me Al. You're not talking about you can call me Ray, Are you?
No, you just skipped the 80s, didn't you?
I did.
Did you?
In terms of
That's
music.
okay.
Yeah.
Why did you just dive into what?
Well,
Were you in a monastery?
No, I became a Christian, Tim, and I
Okay.
just stopped listening to that worldly music.
Okay, well,
But
I didn't.
now I picked
That's
back
why I know
up
the
in
trivia.
the 2000s.
That was a line from a song by Paul Simon.
Oh, well, Paul Simon.
You can call me out. You never heard that?
No, I
Sing
never
a
have.
couple more bars. I want to see if I can connect with it.
If you be my bodyguard, I will be your long lost friend.
No, I think I have heard that.
He was with Chevy Chase in the video.
I think I have heard that.
Paul Simon's like 5'5", Chevy Chase 6'5", and they're they're sitting anyway. Yeah, you asked me.
I did.
right.
I did. I wanted
You
to
asked
know.
me.
All right, Al from Louisiana. Welcome to Trivia Friday, brother. Thank you for your patience.
Yes, sir. No worries. Can y'all hear me okay?
We sure can.
What
Okay,
part
good,
of Louisiana do you live in? Where you from?
Oh, Lafayette.
Lafayette.
Middle of Cajun country, Lafayette.
Yes, sir.
Lafayette.
Boudin country.
And with a last name like Wheeler, you can tell I'm a transplant.
Wheeler.
Well, I'm not originally from here.
Okay.
Here's a little bit of sideline for you. My original home state is Missouri.
Missouri.
Okay.
Missouri. My hometown.
Way up north.
Here's a little riddle I'd like to give everybody down here. You've heard of it, but you haven't heard of it. My hometown is Louisiana, Missouri.
Oh.
No kidding.
That always amazes
Yes, sir.
me when you have
Tim
Now I
has
live
the-
in Louisiana State. So.
Tim Wildmon has a thing like that. He was born in Houston, Texas, Missouri. Yeah, Houston, Texas, Missouri.
I heard that last week on there.
Yeah. Hey, Al, you want to ask, answer, or do both, sir?
I'll do both for y'all.
Which one you want to answer?
This will be fun. The true or false Hershey question.
Here's the question. It's true or false, as you mentioned. The traffic lights in Hershey, Pennsylvania are shaped like Hershey's Kisses. Is that true or false?
I'm going to say that's true.
It is 100% true.
Yep.
I'm glad.
100%
I'm glad to hear it.
true.
I
That is
went
cool.
there about 6 or 7 years ago or so, and saw that. That was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Our family went a couple of years ago, and it's worth the visit. If you're just looking for a road trip, you go by the plant, they give you free candy after you take the free tour.
Right.
But the Hershey fella, he really was generous and did so much for the town, parks, this, that, libraries, and I mean, they really poured back into the town.
Oh.
So it's everything. It's all about Hershey's.
I like
there.
when companies do that.
Yes.
They pour back into the
Hey,
community.
did you guess or did you know that, Al?
I just guessed. I just guessed, but you almost got to think it's a no-brainer.
Well, yeah, but some of these things
yeah.
are a little kooky, and you just never know. Hey, what's your question for us?
I got a couple of them, so I'll give you all a choice. I have an old TV trivia question, or I have a sports question I can give to you.
Go with sports question, so Tim and Ed will be able to slam dunk it.
Tim and Ed slam dunk it? Okay,
Yes.
let me see if I can pull it up here real quick. Okay. All right, listen, I guess about 4 or 5 weeks ago, y'all remember Ryan Sandberg passed away.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
on your show, I think it was a show that same week, somebody had the question, what was his nickname?
That was my question. Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, I had, after he passed away, I had done a little reading on him, and I found out that his parents were huge baseball fans. And when Miss Sandberg was pregnant with Ryan, they were going to name him after a baseball player that they were fans of. Can y'all name this baseball player?
All right, hang on. We're gonna talk amongst ourselves here. Okay. Now it can't be Nolan Ryan, right? I mean, because
No, they'd
Ryan
be
Sandberg's-
contemporaries.
Yeah, they'd be.
Yeah, so they were going to have him, so that's going to be like a 60s or 70s player. But Ryan, R-Y-N-E. Could have
It's
been
probably
his
going to be
last name.
probably going to be more like a 50s.
Oh, so
50s
it
or
was
60s
Ryan. That's how you spell it. R-Y-N-E.
I think it was R-Y-N-E.
Ryan
I think
Sandberg.
I might
He
be.
played for the Cubs.
I don't know.
Is he second baseman or something?
All right.
I don't know. Maybe
Y'all got it.
Maybe right.
Y'all
Ryan
remember-
Sandberg's all in there.
Y'all remember anybody else named Ryan?
I
Like
don't.
from the 50s, like Tim mentioned?
No, I
All right,
don't.
you're going to have to tell us, Al.
Okay, they named him after a guy named Ryan Duren, D-U-R-E-N. He was a hard-throwing relief pitcher for the New York Yankees in the late 50s. And apparently Ryan Sandberg's parents were big fans of him.
Yeah.
Hey, that's good. Good trivia.
Wow,
Good
yeah,
sports trivia.
that's a deep dive. That's
Sure is.
On a degree of difficulty right there, that's a 9.8 on a scale of 10.
Hey,
that's
thanks,
hard.
Thanks, buddy. Have a great weekend. Thanks for listening to AFR.
Yes, Trivia Friday it is on American Family Radio. We'll take another call before we go to break.
Yeah, let's go to Oklahoma, and Mike is
Why
on
not?
the line. Why not? Mike, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Good morning, guys. Good to hear you.
Good to be
Yeah,
heard,
Mike.
brother.
Thanks for calling.
Howdy, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, howdy.
Where do you live in Oklahoma?
I live in Bartlesville.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, it's north
Okay.
of Tulsa, northeast Oklahoma.
Yeah.
All right.
We
well,
ask him that every time.
Okay.
Well,
For
yeah.
like 2 years.
Okay.
So I know where he lives. I got his
Sorry,
address.
And
like-
Mike, I apologize to you that I
like
did not
Coke
remember
and
you.
Pepsi.
That I did not remember you out of the hundreds of people we talked to.
That's why I'm here, Ed. We all have our gifts.
We all have our gifts, our strengths.
And a lot of weakness.
Listen, I can't even remember contemporaries. I walk around the building with employees and go, "What's
We've
your
been
name
talking
again?"
about that in staff meetings. Poor Ed
All
can't
right.
even remember.
That's okay.
At least you know you don't know. That's a step in the right direction.
That's right.
Is
That's
it?
right.
I can get better.
That's what you're
saying. I can get better.
That's what your
long as I-
therapist told you.
It's-
You
As a
remember when you
person?
were stretched out on the couch, and,
Yeah.
and he said, "At least you know you don't know." So that's one of the 12 steps.
That's half the battle right
That's
there.
exactly right.
All
Hey,
right, Mike. Ask, answer, or do both. Help me out here, brother.
Well, I'll do both, but the one I really wanted to answer was the one about the months, but got beat on that. But I'll answer a simple one, and then I'll ask one for you.
Hey, wait, Mike. I want to jump in. Do you know that little ditty to get us to the months thing? Do you remember that little rhyme thing?
No, I used the knuckle method. That, was
so you
described.
really?
I'd never heard of the
No,
knuckle
I hadn't
method.
either. Yeah.
Well.
Did you and the other fella, did y'all go to different schools together? Or is that something?
Yeah, I'm sure we did.
All right. Hey, go ahead and answer your question.
Yeah, about the gas, the most abundant gas.
Yes, the question that Mike's going to answer is which gas is most abundant in the Earth's atmosphere, Mike?
Yeah, that would be nitrogen.
Yes, it is.
So he's in Phillips 66 country.
I would
He-
guess. What does that have to do with?
He knows
the
about
Earth's
gases and
atmosphere.
things. He just knows about stuff.
You're talking about drilling
Tim-
oil.
Tim's on a roll now.
He's getting
You
triggered.
better play it close to the vest.
He's getting triggered easy on this Friday.
Hey, guys, 2 weeks ago, there was somebody called in, and I was answered a question or had a question about the highest elevated airport in the United States.
Yeah.
I think JJ was absent that day. But anyway, it was Leadville, Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's also the highest city in the United States, elevation-wise.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yeah.
I know Denver's known as the Mile High City, but you go on into the Rockies there and you get
Yeah.
Leadville.
Leadville's a bit over 10,000 feet.
Wow.
Man.
I landed at the highest airport in the world. It was in like over near Bolivia. I forget now, La Paz. Or what was the name? Anyway,
There is a La Paz, Bolivia. It's the capital, I think.
what?
Hey, wait, hold on. Can you, Mike, hold on through the break, okay? If you don't
Okay,
mind.
guys.
Do
If
you have a
don't mind.
question for
Yeah.
us?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, he's going to come back with it since we're short of time here. All right, so Mike, hold on. You got a question for us, and we'll be back. We'll reset our questions and have another 25 minutes or so of Learning University after this short time out.
The views and opinions expressed in this broadcast may not necessarily reflect those of the American Family Association or American Family Radio.
Faith, family, freedom. American Family Radio.
The enemy has pulled out all the stops to try to destroy the family for a very long time. That's why the American Family Association stands boldly in the gap to protect and strengthen this God-breathed institution. Visit AFA.net today and discover the resources available for you and your family. And if you would, please take a minute to show your support. That's afa.net.
This is American Family Radio, a listener-supported ministry of the American Family Association.
For American Family News, I'm Chris Woodward. Nearly 500 people were detained during an immigration raid at a sprawling Georgia site where South Korean auto company Hyundai manufactures electric vehicles. And that's according to a Homeland Security official. He said at a news briefing this morning that the majority of the people detained were from South Korea. It's believed to be the largest single-site enforcement operation in the history of Homeland Security investigations. These are tough economic times for some farmers. AFN's Robert Thornton has more.
AgriPulse reports that the Department of Agriculture is lowering its farm earnings forecast for 2025, as declines in the crop sector more than offset rising income for cattle producers. Clint Dunn is a row crop farmer in the Mississippi Delta in LaFleur County. He made these comments in a Delta Council video.
Just in passing, talked to two different farmers, one in the mid-40s, one in the mid-50s. They have basically lost all of their working capital. Some of them are down to, if I just walk away, I'll have zero.
Mississippi State Extension agricultural economist Steve Martin.
Really what's happened for row crops is we've had 3 years when the returns, and we've had decent yields, but the market prices have been going down and costs are going up. Costs really went up coming out of that pandemic period, but the costs really went up, and that's for everything we buy in the row crop world.
He said in row crop farming there are bad years due to weather and crop management decisions.
So it's just this building of not covering, your cost. And it's where we are today, and it's eaten through equity, it's eaten through capital, and it takes a long time to build equity in land. And if you didn't have the equity, some of those people are going out.
He said it is also a supply and demand issue, and to help farmers long term, Martin said new international markets for exports are needed. I'm Robert Thornton.
Florida Surgeon General continues to make headlines after his announcement that Florida will work to eliminate all childhood vaccine mandates. Not everyone is pleased with the announcement from Surgeon General Dr. Joseph Ladapo. Jill Roberts, associate professor at the University of South Florida's College of Public Health, told Axios that this is devastating news, adding, quote, "You're going to leave kids susceptible to diseases that are deadly and have lifelong consequences." During his announcement, Dr. Ladapo said people have a right to make their own informed decisions.
You want to put, whatever different vaccines in your body, God bless you. I hope you make an informed decision. You don't want to put whatever vaccines in your body, God bless you. And I hope you make an informed decision. And that's how it should be.
Dr. Brian Hooker, Chief Scientific Officer of Children's Health Defense, told AFN he is very encouraged by this action in Florida.
He has basically put the decision-making in the hands of the parents of these children, these school children, for vaccination. And essentially what he's done is he's eliminated any type of mandate that would coerce or force children to be vaccinated.
Hooker would like to see other states follow suit.
50 states have had some type of vaccine mandate for school attendance. Some of them overlap to private school. Some of them are trying to overlap into things like homeschooling. So my hope is that this would happen in all 50 states.
In final news, Alliance Defending Freedom attorneys have filed a federal lawsuit on behalf of two Massachusetts families after the Commonwealth told them that they are no longer eligible to continue serving as foster parents because of their religious beliefs. Even though the Massachusetts Department of Children and Families is desperately in need of foster families, it now requires every family to promise that they will encourage a child to transition socially and medically, use a child's preferred pronouns, and otherwise affirm without question a child's desire to change their gender, even if doing so violates their faith. That's all our time for now. Find more news on AFN.net.
AFA Action takes attacks on the family seriously. The enemies of the family constantly employ new tactics to try to sneak past our radar. They know if we stand together, their evil plans will fail. Your gift to AFA Action allows us to stay vigilant against their onslaught. And if you give this month, you'll receive access to the Cultural Institute video When Your Faith is Illegal by Frank Harbor on AFA Stream as our thanks. You can make your gift today at afaaction.net.
This is Trivia Friday. The number to call with your question or your answer to a question is 888-589-8840. Now, back to more Trivia Friday.
To Trivia Friday here on American Family Radio. You're listening to American Family Radio. Tim, Ed, and JJ. It's Trivia Friday, also known as
Learning University.
Learning University. Mike's on the line with us from Oklahoma. Mike answered the question, which gas is most abundant in the Earth's atmosphere? And the answer is nitrogen. And nitrogen makes up 78% of the gas in the Earth's atmosphere. Oxygen makes up 21%.
That explains a lot.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm going to take that information next time I have a Healthy You visit and go, well, look, 70% of that.
78?
78? Yeah,
78%.
I say, don't blame me for
you
looking
got too
like
much
this.
nitrogen in that brain of yours.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I can't remember names.
It happens.
Too much nitrogen or whatever the word's called.
All right, Mike, go ahead, my friend. You were going to fire away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the question. What major construction project had the highest documented fatality rate?
Hoover Dam
in the world
is my question. Is my answer. I'm just guessing. Hoover Dam.
Okay. Anybody else?
Ed, might have been Empire State Building.
Say that again.
Okay. What major construction project had the highest documented fatality rate in the world?
All right, I'm gonna say the Panama Canal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know what? That's what it's going to be because of all of the mosquitoes and malaria.
Anyway, that's my guess. What do you think, Tim?
And he said,
I'm going to go with like the Mobile Bridge between Mobile and the other side of the
the
bay.
I think
the long bridge.
All of these are good answers.
No, it's
all
going to be
it's Daphne, I think, Spanish Fort area between that and Mobile. It was man, yeah. I've read books on that. What?
Oh no, just nothing. Just the way you said it.
We all have
if
our
you're
own.
not writing for Babylon Bee, you really ought to do that as a side hustle. Tim, please at least consider it. Babylon Bee,
all right.
Ghostwriter.
Mike, any of us even close?
It's Ed. You got it.
Yes, it is the Panama Canal.
All right.
Way to go, Ed. Ed Battagliano comes through for Knuckle Sandwich. How many months?
Well, that's
40.
How many months we got going on there?
For a knuckle sandwich.
40%, over 40% of the workers were killed.
Oh, goodness.
408 out of every 1,000. And most were due to diseases like yellow fever and malaria.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And not blast, mudslides, drownings, and premature.
Other than that, it's a good job opportunity. Come on down here with us. You know what?
The pay is great.
That sounds
all
like
you
sounded like you were giving information at the end of one of those drug ads on TV.
Yes, exactly.
You can make a lot of money down here. Malaria,
not available.
You might die falling off a bridge or whatever like that.
Right.
All right. So thank you, Mike.
Thanks,
appreciate it.
Thank you
for waiting.
Most of the deaths, it sounded like to me, were non-construction related, though. I mean,
right, mudslides and a lot of malaria and yellow fever. Yeah, terrible.
What's the difference between?
I'm not real sure, but malaria is caused by mosquitoes, and they've got a Plaquenil or something, a common drug that they found out was helping.
Quinine. You talking about quinine?
No, but it was helping COVID. What was that COVID that you're not allowed to say?
Ivermectin?
Hydroxychloroquine? Hydroxychloroquine was keeping was squashing COVID.
Really?
And I was on that for about 10 or 15 years for rheumatoid arthritis, and they said, hey, funny thing, this started out as a malaria drug, and it cured malaria, and they went, oh, by the way, it was kind of coincidentally making that go away. And so anyway, they just continue to use it so you don't have a chance of getting malaria, or it helps with your arthritis. I should have saved that.
Does it help with it?
Oh, yeah. I got off of it, but it was, I switched to
Did the
something
malaria
else.
come back?
No, but I was thinking, man, it would have been nice if I'd still been on it so I wouldn't have gotten COVID.
You got off?
Okay.
I got off. No, yeah. No, I switched drugs because, look, and I know this goes against, what's that thing you're not supposed to say, like you give all your medical records?
Well, you're not supposed to give medical advice on the radio.
Well, here's what I
Unless
did.
you're like a doctor.
No, look, there's like a 2%.
Are you a doctor?
He's Appalachian.
No, look, hey, there was a slight chance that it could affect your eyesight. And as a pilot, I had to fill out all these forms. And so, like, slight chance. So I switched medicine that doesn't do me as much good so I could fly. And my wife said, are you trying to tell me you'd be in pain so you could still fly? I said, yes, I am saying that. And I proved it.
Have you ever watched Appalachia ER?
They will now.
Oh, my goodness.
The ER doctor says, hey, y'all, watch this. And hands them his...
Appalachian ER.
You gave somebody, if there's a producer out there listening,
Yes.
because they got one of those shows for everything under the sun.
Somebody's
Where's
listening.
it?
We want a cut. Or Tim does.
Yes.
Allison we got into binge watching let's see, I think it was Game Wardens of the Yellowstone.
Because you were going there.
It's on the Discovery Channel.
Yeah,
you were going to go there.
Yeah, but now it's a regular show on the Discovery Channel. Anyway, we better repeat
I did that on police in Alaska.
Yeah,
on state troopers in Alaska. I've watched a few of those episodes. Stuff reels you in. It's hard to get out of those portals.
Yeah. What we
I love pizzerias of the Northeast.
Oh, that's
fascinating.
It's hard, but you watch one of those, you're hooked. You're hooked.
Yeah, I'm going to go home and over the weekend I'm going to binge watch Helix the Cat.
Yeah, well that's that's like 24.
Oh,
yes,
that's like
man,
just get
on the edge of your seat.
Real GM. Do we need to repeat it? Did we?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Go ahead for the last time today.
Last time. I have 2 questions remaining. They are both Tsar related.
All right.
So, who was the last Tsar to rule Russia? This is before the Russian Communist Revolution.
Yeah.
And I hate commies. And then second question:
Is that biblical?
No. I hate the ideology. How about that?
That's what
I hate the ideology.
Trying to help you save yourself.
Of communism. Thank you.
Yeah,
That's right. We shouldn't hate anybody.
Love your enemies.
That's right. The Russian word Tsar comes from the Latin word meaning emperor. What is that Latin word? Mm-hmm. That's what I've got.
First question, Pearl Harbor is located on which Hawaiian island? Second question, multiple choice. How many U.S. states does the Appalachian Trail run through? Is it 7, 11, or 14? You already know it runs through a lot from those numbers, but is it 7, 11, or 14? Hey, has the mystery question been answered? I don't think so.
No, there's been no cowbell rung.
So that means one of these original ones that's still on the table for you poker players.
Yeah.
One of these is
count
still
cards.
That's right. If you got Rain Man right there with you to count some cards on Learning University.
All right, Trivia Friday it is on American Family Radio. We call this show Trivia Friday because we're here every Friday. Tim, Ed, and JJ, you're listening to AFR. The only question I have left unanswered is what line does Dorothy use in The Wizard of Oz to get back to Kansas? What line does she? You know that answer?
I do.
So if you just have one left, that could be the mystery question.
It could. And I just have one of my original questions left.
Yeah.
Who was the last Tsar to rule Russia?
Okay.
So, folks, pay attention. Look it up. We don't mind a little research.
Back to the phone.
All right, we go to Mississippi, and Scott is on the line. Great, Scott. Welcome to Trivia Friday.
You're on fire. Mm-hmm. Give me 31 days a month. Knuckles here.
Hey, Scott, welcome.
Professor.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
Extinguished, Professor. Is it extinguished or
not
extinguished?
Not yet.
Extinguished.
Be a matter of years. Just keep watching the obits until you see our name.
Oh, Paul Ned is extinguished. All right. What question you want to ask, answer, or do both, Scott?
Let's do both. This has been a great day. I went to the Cowbellis football game last weekend. It was pretty nice because I could hear myself think a little bit.
Oh yeah. So are you going to the game tomorrow?
No, I went to the top ball game last week. Mississippi State couldn't bring any cowbells to.
Oh.
Okay. What for those?
We don't let them cross. We don't let them cross the Pine Belt Mason-Dixon line down here.
Okay, for those who don't know what Scott's talking about, he's talking about the game between Mississippi State and Southern Miss football last weekend.
Okay.
It's in-state rivalry, and Southern Miss evidently didn't want
no cowbells?
State fans bringing in their cowbells to the stadium, and that's what Scott's resentful about.
Yeah, but you could bring an eagle with you. So
you could bring an eagle.
There are a lot of eagles.
It's a double standard.
Yeah. Hey, Scott, ask, answer, or do both, sir.
He's going to do both.
Let's do both. He's going to do both. You'd be proud to know that the sidelines had their own cowbell, though. So when they had a turnover, interception, fumble, anything like that, they had a humongous cowbell that the players would ring.
Yeah,
so
I saw that.
I guess that was pretty cool, I thought. But they didn't arrest them and take them, escort them back to Starkville early. So y'all did put a good whooping on the Golden Buzzards. So everything was good.
Golden Buzzards.
That's right. Well, hey, which one you want to answer, Scott? What do you feel confident about?
Let's go with the old Appalachian Trail. I had a couple of. I was going to tell y'all as an addendum to the latitude and longitude too. There's two other names for those lines. Do you know them?
No, sir.
Oh, the Meridian, Prime Meridian, and
look at you,
Prime Laurel.
Do you know which one's a Meridian, Ed?
It's it's a vertical line.
Mm-hmm.
The Prime Meridian goes through Greenwich, England.
And with the Prime, you get free shipping.
Yes, that's right.
The Meridian's the longitude. And what are the latitudes called?
I can't remember that.
What are they parallel to?
Equatorial?
They're parallel to the equator, so they're called parallels.
Oh, parallels. Right. I thought there
Parallels
might
and
be
meridians.
Hey, now look, you're making me hungry for lunch, and I'm wanting recess to hurry up and get here with all this learning.
Food talk?
Yeah, no, just all this learning. This is making my brain hurt. I hope there's not going to be a quiz. All right, Scott.
Appalachian Trail is the one I want to go
Here it is.
for.
How many U.S. states does the Appalachian Trail run through? You know it's kind of there in Georgia and then goes all the way up. How many states is it? 7, 11, or 14?
Got to be 14 because that was my number in Little League Baseball.
14 is the number.
That many.
And, Scott, what position did you play? Our listeners are going to want to know in Little League.
Played pitcher and outfield, and we had a blast. Had a great time.
All right, number 14, ladies and gentlemen, coming up from the batter's box.
So if someone
correctly.
walks the Appalachian Trail, that is a bunch of states.
Here's the deal. If you walk the thing, you're either retired or you really just saying 8 to 5, you can take this job and shove it. If you need to find me, I'm going to be on the Appalachian Trail. It's going to take me a long time to get from here to there, from Georgia
I
to
don't think you
Maine.
were supposed to say that.
I don't even.
I think it's inappropriate.
Oh, I don't know song lyrics like you.
No, I'm.
Oh, yeah,
well,
yeah.
You,
So
poor fella, you're just so innocent.
No. Well, look, I'm going to scratch that, erase that from the tape.
Johnny Paycheck over there.
Oh, I was thinking it was Dolly Parton. Something about.
No, she didn't sing that one.
I was thinking 8 to 5 or 9 to 5. Something about a job. Well, I apologize for that.
Passing in the night.
That faux pas. Hey, Scott, good job. What's your question for us?
You know that Appalachian Trail, if you look at it on a map, it is almost a straight line, too. It's incredible how straight that thing was cut through all those states.
Yeah, it's like the backbone right through there. I've seen it from an airplane before, and it's just amazing.
What state in New England does it end?
Maine. It goes from Georgia to Maine.
Georgia to Maine.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I think around the
Georgia, North Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, Maryland, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. That'll get you places there.
Yeah.
Man, that's good, Scott.
Welcome to.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, what's your question for us?
Mm-hmm.
Got a sports question because I know it's the weekend. Y'all gonna miss Lee Corso tomorrow, and I'm kind of give y'all a little fix going into the weekend. Out of all the colleges and universities in the state, in our home state of Mississippi, which one, kind of a two-parter, which one had the best winning percentage last year in all its sports, in all its athletics participation, and what is the slogan for that particular school's program, and it is a brand new slogan. So it's going to be hot, and you think "Fins Up" was a good slogan? You think "To the Top's" a good slogan? You ain't never heard one like you're going to hear from this school.
What is it a Division I school or not?
Could be. Maybe not.
Oh, good answer.
No,
it's very helpful,
Scott. He was needing a little bit of a hint.
Yeah, we need. I have no idea unless Tim can come up with something.
I'm gonna give you a hint. It was named after one of the most incredible missionaries to ever live.
William Carey.
You got it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Guess what? Their winning percentage last year in all their sports was 74%, and they had 0 teams to have a losing record.
Wow.
That's a small school in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Is a smaller school than, like, say, USM.
Is that a
now? Wait, what's the thing? What's the theme?
What's the slogan or whatever?
Yeah. It is the largest private Christian school in the state with a enrollment of 5,662 now, and you haven't seen nothing yet. But they are the best kept secret in the state of Mississippi, and you just watch them.
But what's the motto?
It doesn't matter. Their motto, they've just come up with it, and they threw it out to a marketing team, and the marketing team rejected it, and then the president said, nope, that is the one. He woke up the next morning.
Okay, Scott, what is it?
What is it?
we
I'm
got
to give you a hint. Ephesians 6, armor up. Those 2 words, armor up. They are the Crusaders, and when you hear the Crusaders of William Carey, they are now going to tell you to armor up.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that, too.
Good.
Hey, Scott.
Good plug.
Thank you, brother. That's some enthusiasm, too.
Armor
really
up.
Is.
That's
Scott,
armor up.
Yeah, William Carey University is in Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Those shirts will sell, too.
Armor up. That's very cool. I like it. All right.
Yeah.
We go to Texas, and Stacy is on the line. Stacy, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Thank you.
Hi, Stacy. Where do you live in Texas?
I live in Borger, but I'm originally an Amarillo girl, and that's where my question is coming from. I'm going to answer and ask if it's okay.
It is. We like it.
Which one do you want to answer?
I want to do the Latin Caesar.
All right, here's
the Latin czar. I just told myself.
Yeah, that's right. The Russian word czar comes from what Latin word meaning emperor? And you are correct. It is the word Caesar.
Way to go.
Title.
Nicely done.
With Julius Caesar, Caesar's not
how'd
his last
you know that,
name,
Stacy?
Title.
I had to look it up.
Oh, that's okay.
It's all right. Research. We like it.
It got my curiosity, so I was like, I need to look that up.
Now, what's your Amarillo question for us? We're ready.
Amarillo is known for the Big Texan Steak Ranch, and I know y'all were talking about being hungry and it's lunchtime. The 72-ounce steak dinner challenge, if you can do it, is a shrimp cocktail, a baked potato, a salad and a roll, and butter, and of course the 72-ounce steak. But do you know how much you have to pay for it if you can't finish it?
I know, surprisingly, there have been some skinny people do that. They've got pictures on the wall of all these regular-sized folks. You would think some big old linebacker would go in there, but a lot of regular-sized folks have actually done that. And you get your meal
what they
free.
don't tell you, it's in fine print. At the bottom is they don't tell you what they charge you for your ambulance.
I'll tell you what else they don't tell you, the size of those potatoes. If it was a regular size potato, not a Texas size, look like a little small football. I don't know about the price.
So you're saying, Stacy, if you walk in there to the Big Texas Steakhouse in Amarillo, the famous place, and you order the 72-ounce steak and you don't eat it all,
you have to pay for the whole meal.
You have to pay. If you do eat it all, you get your meal free.
Yeah.
But if you don't, you've got to pay them. I'm gonna say $100.
That's what I was thinking.
I'm gonna say $72.
I'm gonna say $79.
Okay. So
72.
Price is right.
72 because of
the 72
because of the size steak.
Wow. Yes.
That was just a guess.
Yeah, that's a great answer.
And you know what?
Does that account for inflation?
I'll tell you what. For a 72-ounce steak, that's probably a good price.
Oh, that is a good price.
Yeah.
Yeah, for 70.
With all that food.
Hey, so look, while we're doing the Travel Channel, go to Amarillo and go over and see all those Cadillacs with those buried Cadillacs with those fins sticking up in the air. See that, then go over there to that Big Texan and get yourself a nice meal and see all the people on the billboard there that have that have met that challenge.
So let me think poor here, okay? So I'm asking you, Stacy, can you take your whole family in there and then like the dad say, hey, I want to try that 72-ounce thing, and then everyone just split the meal and then you just pay $72?
I think possibly yes, because it said on the rules, I was looking up the rules, and it said if you cannot finish it, you can take the leftovers home.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Then
So
you can't share there.
I would think.
Yeah.
You can't. In
Yeah,
other
I would
words, you
think
can't. You can't have the whole family of 5 eat for $72 because
No, you got to
meal.
have the one person try it.
Yeah.
And then fail, and then you can take your leftovers home.
All right.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
But there was a lady that was probably 100 pounds. She ate 2 of them in less than 30 minutes. And was going to do the third one, and they were like, no, thank you.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal. If anybody wants a visitor, she's on floor 4. She's in room 419. If you want to go and say hello and wish her well.
Is that on video, by the way? Can you watch that?
Yes, sir. I think it is on YouTube.
Wow.
At lunchtime, that's what I'm going to watch. I'm going to watch a 100-pound woman eat 2 of those in 30 minutes.
See, a lot of people don't think it's advantageous about having a hollow leg.
Yeah.
That right there, that is one
That's
reason
proof.
why if you're thinking about getting yourself a hollow leg, it'd be worth it.
It'd be worth it.
Yes,
There
to
you
get on
go.
YouTube.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, I do want to apologize.
Thank you. Are we done here?
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank
Stacy.
you, Stacy. I do want to apologize for whatever I said that apparently was wrong or tacky.
What
'cause
you
I-
don't know, you just got a good heart.
No, but I haven't. I don't know
know.
the song. I was thinking it was some kind of Dolly Parton 9 to 5 or something.
Take this job.
Yeah, and then just like I don't want to work
Yeah,
anymore. I want
bless
to
you,
just
brother.
get out
Thank
there
you.
on the Appalachian
Putting it right
Trail.
back in my head.
I was with Ed. I was listening to Christian music for about 15 years straight.
We got time for one more, I think. Or do we not?
We
They're
don't.
gone. They're
we
gone.
Don't. We got just got 2 minutes left. All right. So I'm going to ask my question, see if you guys know who was the last czar to rule Russia. You guys know? It's a household name. Nicholas II.
Okay.
Is that who it was?
I made that up about it being a household name. It was Nicholas II. His whole family, by the way, when I say I don't trust communism or people who believe it, his whole family was murdered brutally. I'm talking about him and his wife and his children, because that's the way communists roll. Okay, my lecture is over.
Good. Hey, Pearl Harbor located on which Hawaiian island?
Oahu.
Oahu, and that was the mystery question.
That was the mystery question.
Yeah. And hey, if I can, you're going to give your question, Tim, then I want to mention again about.
You go ahead real quick.
All right. I'm going to be in Alexandria, Louisiana, September the 18th. Thursday, September the 18th, at the Randolph Riverfront Center, Senla Pregnancy Centers. It's a ticketed event. Only a couple of weeks away, but they need to know by today. You know how they do with caterers.
Yeah.
You have to get a ticket by today. Today's the last day. Please pray for that event. A wonderful night for life.
Check it out, folks.
My only question that was not answered, what line does Dorothy use in The Wizard of Oz to get back to Kansas?
There's no place like home.
That's right.
And
She had
did
to
she
click her
red
heels
slippers together?
3 times.
Yeah, and say there's no place like home. You got it.
You did that. You're thinking about doing that and buying one of those lottery tickets, aren't you?
Yeah,
Ed?
and
Since
wearing
it's-
the ruby red slippers.
Yes, since it's still on the table for those $1 billion or whatever.
Did you just say you were going to wear red slippers?
Red ruby slippers. That's if you're gonna win
We
the
talk
lottery.
about that
that's
a lot
what's gonna
here on
happen.
this show. People who
That
do
kind
that.
of behavior. That's right.
I identify as a Dorothy.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be
I wish
seeing
we had
him
more
in
time to explain
No,
that,
we'll
but we don't.
see him in HR right after this show's over.